Gutierrez, and welcome to the Oppo Renogades Masterclass. Hi guys! Thank you for joining us today. I'm so excited to talk to everyone, and I'm super excited to be with a very special partner for today's Renogades Masterclass. It's, of course...
Hi Janine, hi everyone. I'm Lea of Unbox PH. We are a tech and gadgets website and YouTube channel. And like Janine, I'm very excited to be here because we'll be talking about a subject that I'm very passionate about, and that is content creation. So, Janine, hello.
Hi! Oh my gosh, we're super excited because we have a lot of Renogades joining us today. So let's start off with some comments. First is from Justine. Justine says, hello, any tips for a newbie vlogger like me?
Okay, sige, I'll answer that. Or do you want to answer that?
Sige, Lea.
I'll go ahead for...
Yes.
Sige, any tips for a newbie vlogger? I'd say start with... you do not need expensive equipment to start vlogging because that's something that many people think they need. Actually, you just need a smartphone. Like the Oppo Reno 4, for instance, has a lot of the video features that you're gonna love as a content creator. So start with that. And it's multitasking pa. It's not just for content creation. You can use it to get in touch with your friends, with your family. So all you need is in your hands.
Here's another one for you, Lea. We have a comment from Bose. Fan ako ng unboxing videos nyo. Sobrang helpful. 100.
Oh, thank you so much for that. Heart. We appreciate that. Ikaw din meron eh. From Cam. Ang gaganda po ng shots sa feed mo, Ate Janine. How? How to be you po.
I'm gonna share you guys my tips and tricks that you will all find in the Oppo Reno 4. So Lea, I know that you are a very well-known tech blogger, vlogger with your website, and a lot of people go to you for advice on what to purchase, what your recos are. So how did you start as a content creator?
Well, I started with a passion, to be honest. I love tech. I am your geek girl. So I decided why not share that love to other people by creating content. So here I am a couple of years later working with an awesome brand like Oppo and meeting amazing people like yourself, Janine. So yeah, here's to doing what you love.
That's true. What inspired me then talaga to start vlogging is really watching other people's vlogs and realizing how much I learned from other people's experiences, their recos, their favorite products, their lives, basically. So I started YouTubing almost 2 years ago now, and I really do focus on and enjoy beauty vlogs, fashion vlogs, and of course, lifestyle vlogs. And that leads us to our topic today, which is two of our favorite topics, Lea. Today we're gonna talk about creating beauty vlogs and product reviews.
Yes, and as we mentioned earlier, you do not need the most expensive camera or the best lights out there. You just need your smartphone to get started. Like the Oppo Reno 4, for instance, I've been using it a lot for panning shots, and the 960 FPS slow-mo, it's amazing, guys. It adds so much flair and drama to your content. How about you, Janine? What's your favorite feature?
Oh my gosh, a lot. But I think this is the perfect creator phone. It proves that you don't need fancy equipment, which is something that I was afraid of when I first started YouTubing. I thought that I needed to have so many different gadgets. But realizing that the Oppo Reno 4 has everything, I'll share with you some of my favorite features that I use in my vlog. There's slow-mo, that's 960 FPS, AI slow motion. It looks cute, which is important, aminin natin. And I really love the AI color portrait mode. So these are some of the favorite tools inside the Oppo Reno 4 that I really love.
So guys, if you want to start creating content, we encourage you to start now and start with something as simple as a smartphone. That's all you really need.
Exactly. And with that, let's start with the first part of our topic. It's gonna be about beauty vlogs. I'm gonna share with you guys how I use the AI color portrait mode for sleek, colorful pictures, the ultra steady video for travel vlogs. I'm sure you use this then, Lea, when you do your product shots.
Yes, one of my favorites.
True, it's super useful. And there's also night flare portrait. I noticed, Lea, ang ganda ng background mo ngayon. I'm sure maganda yan sa selfie with the Oppo phone.
Wait lang, I'll share my selfie later. Marami.
And of course, what Lea mentioned earlier, which is also the 960 FPS AI slow motion. So we're gonna talk about all of that in depth right now. So I'm gonna start off, guys, with teaching you a little bit about everything I know about beauty vlogging. So beauty vlogging is one of the biggest communities on YouTube, I feel like. No, Lea? As in, there are so many famous,
so.
diba? So many famous YouTube personalities who started as beauty vloggers. And I think it's so big because first of all, it's so fun to watch, and syempre as consumers we really want to check out products before we spend on them, before we buy them. So seeing these YouTubers and their reviews really make a big impact on what we buy, the products we choose, the makeup looks that we achieve. I learned so
Yes.
much about how to do makeup, how to do hair styling, all through different YouTube videos. And of course, as a viewer, you also want to get the most out of these videos that you watch. So it has to do with products, diba? It has to do with colors, it has to do with details of your makeup and your hair. So as a content creator, it's important to create really crisp images, really interesting, fun edits that will keep you entertained and engaged. And of course, you want to stand out by using different styles, different techniques, and different features on your vlog to create your own signature look as a content creator. And I'm gonna share with you guys these techniques that can be found all in my Oppo Reno 4. Okay,
Excited.
so
I wanna see this.
oh my gosh, beauty muna tayo.
I mean, I know I love tech, but I'm also a girl. I like makeup just like any other girl out there.
Yeah, and it's so much fun. It's like therapeutic, diba?
So yeah, I wanna see your looks.
So I've done a few beauty vlogs and skincare vlogs, which is also very big on YouTube. So I've done a super easy everyday makeup tutorial. I have done a get unready with me vlog. I've done a Halloween makeup look tutorial. So it's all different, but what's important is that you create really interesting vlogs with really sharp, clear images and colors. So first, I want to share with you one secret technique that is not so secret, but I think will help you in your content creation, which is slow motion. I know you use this also, Lea, but when it
Yes,
comes
I
to
do.
beauty vlogs, diba, parang it adds a different kind of depth, especially when you use it to take your product shots and your hair flips. Ayan na nga.
Ooh.
Parang it really shows you the detail of whatever you're trying to feature, whether it be a flowy outfit or your hair or the way you apply your skincare. Seeing it and presenting it in slow motion makes it easier for the viewer to see all the details, all the actions that you did. And if you're following from home, diba, and you're following a makeup tutorial, you don't want to miss any step. So slow
No, you
motion. Yeah, diba? So slow motion, especially with the Reno 4, is so useful because the Reno 4 actually has 960 FPS AI slow motion. And you guys might think that slow motion is hard to capture. Parang kailan ba magso-slow mo? How do I control the slow motion feature? But with the Oppo Reno 4, you just click on the record button when your camera is set to slow motion and it does everything for you. So with that video, actually, Lea, one take lang yan. Kasi nga, yung yung frames per second ng Oppo Reno 4, make sure to catch all the details and present your content in a really interesting way. So, what do you think, Lea, about slow-mo hair flips? Okay lang ba?
Oh my gosh, I love it. Actually, I have to add one thing that I like about the slow-mo of Oppo is it's in HD. So even if it's slow, you see all the details there. And at 960 FPS, I think that's the most number of frames per second I've seen on a smartphone camera. So this is the slowest of the slow-mos, if I may say so. So that's one thing. It's like a big point for Reno 4.
Exactly. And as a beauty vlogger, you also do a lot of product reviews. So recently, I shot some content for my skincare night routine. And I was able to show clearly the consistency of the products, how thick is this facial oil, how effective is this facial mist, because the 960 FPS AI slow motion really shows you the product and gives you a good idea of how it feels, how it looks in real life. It really captures everything. And speaking of products, make sure to stay tuned for the whole Renogades Masterclass because we're going to be giving away some prizes that are up for grabs later. So guys, make sure to stay until the end of this Renogades Masterclass. And with that, I want to talk about the second feature of the Oppo Reno 4 that I really love and use a lot. So this is called Night Flare Portrait and AI Color Portrait. So these are things that when I was starting out as a YouTuber, a vlogger, I thought you had to hire somebody pa to edit this kind of content for you. So AI color portrait mode, as you see over here, is how the Oppo Reno 4 focuses on one color or one item that you really want to highlight, really want to feature in your video or your photo, and it makes the rest of the area around you black and white. So it's really cool style, and Oppo Reno 4 makes it so easy for you to achieve. So you basically just click the AI color portrait mode option in your camera and it does it for you. Even if you're moving around, the color only stays with you. So I really love this feature. I use it a lot on my Instagram photos, and it's so interesting and it makes your content and photos all the more unique. So especially if you want to highlight like this jacket, this hat, it makes it all the more emphasized and interesting.
I love that photo. You're right. The color blue just really pops. Yeah.
And as a content creator who are mostly refined to our homes right now, diba? When you're doing vlogs, you want to keep the focus on you. So even if you're shooting in a small space, you can keep the focus on you by keeping the color on you or on whatever product you're featuring. And then also with the night flare portrait mode, this is my dog Punchy.
Oh, Punchy.
This was actually taken in the middle of the night, but thanks to the night flare portrait, you can still see the little details of his hair, of his whiskers, because the quality is so crisp, so clear that you don't need 10 ring lights or all these fancy gadgets because the Oppo Reno 4 Night Flare Portrait does everything for you. On that note, guys, syempre hindi pa natatapos dyan. Similar to the night flare portrait mode, another style that I really love to feature in my vlogs and on my Instagram is mood shots. So these are shots taken in low light or in interesting light settings, which also features the bokeh feature of the Oppo Reno 4. So it's so much easier now to shoot in low light because the Oppo Reno 4 camera is super high quality that it really takes all the details even if you're inside a theater, even if you're at a concert or at a fashion show, which are usually dimly lit, but you still want to showcase all the products, all the dresses, all the looks that you see. So Oppo Reno 4 makes this possible for you. And I told you nga, Lea, kanina, diba, na dati lahat ng pinupost ko lang sa Instagram was puro photos outside. But now, thanks to the low light feature of the Oppo Reno 4, I'm able to create so many amazing videos and photos that are still clear even in low light.
Actually, I love what you said there, that before we feel we can be creative because we have the entire world as our playground. But right now, most of us are staying home. But it doesn't mean that we can't have interesting content, interesting pictures. We just need that imagination and the right equipment for it. So that's very inspiring. I like that.
Yeah, and it adds a lot of drama to your photo, diba? You can't be just showcasing one style all the time because content creation, there's so many content creators now, and you also want to showcase different sides of your style, different ways that you shoot, different areas. You make everything seem all the more interesting when you use these different techniques. And speaking of techniques, I think the bokeh feature of the Oppo Reno 4 is also very useful, again, to those who don't have a lot of space. So when you're able to use what you have without making it seem cluttered, the bokeh does that for you. That you're still the focus, you're the highlight, and you don't have to show everybody all the clutter that you're hiding in your homes.
Actually, guilty. But yes, actually, Janine, you made some very good points, especially for even me. I've been doing content for a while, but I'm learning a lot here. And guys, so I want you later we will be having a quiz, so I hope that you listen to the tips of Janine, because whoever answers correctly will be getting a prize. So please stay until the very end of this masterclass. And with that, guys, let us move on to the next portion, because the Oppo Reno 4 is not just for beauty vloggers, it's for product reviewers such as myself too. So earlier, Janine talked about how you can use the Oppo Reno for beauty vlogs, and now I will be talking about how you can use it for product reviews. So in Unbox, we focus on tech, but actually this can be about anything, an item you bought online that you love and you want to share it to the world. So these are tips that you can use using your smartphone to create that amazing content. So let's start with the first tip. It's actually very simple. Good lighting is essential. So find your light, sabi nga nila. And this is true for any video that you're shooting. And this is especially true if you are gonna use one of my favorite features of the Oppo Reno 4, which is the 960 FPS slow-mo. So make sure that the subject is well lit, and then it automatically detects everything. Actually, guys, the movement is so smooth, it's so fluid. 960 FPS, that's the most number of frames that I've ever seen on a smartphone camera. And believe me, I have reviewed a lot. That's what I do for a living. And so it's super slow, it's super dramatic. Alam mo, Janine, the feeling when you're watching a movie, a rom-com, and then the dream girl passes by, and then slow-mo, and then she flips her hair. Nag-flip daw ako ng hair. And everyone's attention is on her. So I know that it's what we do are product videos, but that's also what we want for the products. We want all attention to be on the products, and doing the 960 FPS slow-mo is a great way to go about it. And then another tip I got from a friend who is actually a professional producer is that when making videos, you have to change the clips every 15 to 20 seconds at most, because if you stay on one clip for too long, people will get bored and they'll probably exit your video. So with the 960 FPS, you don't just change the clip, you change the pace of the video, and that just makes it interesting. So it's a good way to get and keep the attention of your audience. And as I mentioned earlier, the 960 FPS is in HD, so there is no loss in detail. So madrama na, you get all the details pa. So it's just really a very sweet spot. So there, just make sure that you have good lighting. Plus, with what you showed earlier with your hair flip slow-mo, Janine, I think the motion detection was on. So it has AI. This phone, the Reno 4, has AI. So it detects na, oh, it moved, so we should probably slow down now. So for some reason, it knows exactly when to slow down for that extra drama. My observation, it just makes it so easy. You don't have to be a pro, you don't need to know all the tricks in using a camera to make an amazing content with the Oppo Reno 4. As Janine said, we think it's really made for content creators. And then moving on to the second one, to the second style of shooting, that would be panning shots. Janine, this is a staple for product reviews, the left to right or right to left movement, because I think now I think when we do reviews, it's very important that we show the details. And that's a great way to go about it. The viewers can see what the product has from every corner of that item. So that's what the panning shots do, and that's just amazing. Normally, we would use a slider or a gimbal to achieve this. But then now I'm so excited because you don't even need that anymore. All you need is your Reno 4, and with the with the ultra steady video, it's at if you use a 48 megapixel camera at 60 FPS, it gives you the best results. Very smooth footage. It's exactly what you need to make that, to make your product pop. But I do have a tip though. When shooting, because while the smartphone already has stabilization, I think it's great if we can support it by physically stabilizing it as well. So how do we do that? So when you're shooting, instead of thrusting your arm out and then walking around, because that makes it a bit unstable in that sense, so it can see out when we walk and all that. But if we move our elbows closer to our body, so everything close to our body, we have more control over the shots. And if you want to walk for the panning shots left to right, we call it the ninja step. It looks funny, but you bend your knees and you walk quietly like a ninja. So you have physical stabilization by doing that, and of course you also have the software stabilization given by the Reno 4. So that's what you need for that perfect panning shot. So right now, I think the big difference between what we do is that for beauty vlogs, kasi it has to look very creative, very pretty, very attention grabbing. For product vlogs, one of our main goals is to show the product as it is. So to be honest, as much as I love filters, and I do use it occasionally, I make sure that I have enough clips showing it under natural light or without filters, so people know exactly what it is that they are buying. Especially now that we're just home, when we're buying things, we can't really just go to the mall anymore to test it out for ourselves, touch it, hold it. People are relying on product reviewers such as myself to experience the product through our videos. So we have to make it as lifelike and as realistic as possible. But yes, I am guilty of using filters occasionally. So if I use one shot, it's too pretty. I'm a girl. I like pretty things. But what I usually do is, if I have one shot using a filter, I have 5 shots without filter. So people know, they can still see what it is exactly that they are getting. And of course, one thing I love about the Oppo Reno 4 is it's not just great for creative shots like panning and slow-mo. This smartphone can edit as well, and it can do it with ease. So I want to ask Janine, how do you feel about editing?
Oh my gosh, editing was one of my fears. As in, I was so afraid of editing because I have no knowledge when it comes to these softwares, these computer complicated coding. Oh my gosh, I don't even know. But I really learned how to edit all my own IGTVs and videos thanks to the Soloop app,
Yes.
which is already built in the Reno 4. So it makes it so much easier. You can edit a video manually, or the Soloop can edit it for you.
Actually, I have to agree. Even now, I've been creating content for a while, but editing is not my favorite thing because
Yeah.
I am very slow. It takes me like 3 hours to edit an 8-minute video. But what I love about the Soloop app is it simplifies everything. As in, you don't even need a tutorial to figure out how it works. You just open the app and it's so intuitive. You know exactly what to press. So, do I trim? Oh, there's a scissor icon there. Do I add music? So you have notes over there. It's so intuitive. Anyone can use it. And you can use it anywhere. I know we hardly leave our homes, but still, the fact that we have that option of editing from wherever we are, it's just awesome.
It is. And I really love the automatic option, guys. As in, you can choose a style and the Soloop app does everything for you, right, Lea?
Absolutely. So yeah, actually, so from here you can have everything. As a content creator, you have the all the stuff you need for video creation, like 960 FPS slow-mo. You have AI, ultra steady video, and then in your case you have the AI portrait, and now end-to-end process. You can edit as well, then direct upload na on Instagram or TikTok or wherever, because it's all in your phone anyway. And one thing I have to mention is that the Reno 4 has a really good processor, because one thing I hate when you're editing and it just bugs down or it stops for a while, you get really impatient and scared that you will lose your clips. But but I've edited a lot on using Soul Loop on the Reno 4. It never bugged down. It was smooth, and that means that the processor and the RAM can take it. Sorry, I'll just mention this because I am a tech girl. So it runs on a Snapdragon, I forget, 720G processor. There you go. A Snapdragon 720G processor, and it's very smooth with 8 gigabytes of RAM. That's really all you need to get, the shots and share it to your friends via Instagram. Do you have TikTok?
No, I actually don't have TikTok, but I'll look for you on TikTok.
No, actually, no, I'm not there yet. I'm still thinking about it. Right now, I'm happy with YouTube and the usual, social media channels. So there, guys. So that's all you need for your content creation using the Oppo Reno 4.
Thank you so much, Leah. I learned so much from you, and I also feel your happiness because it's the same way I feel, to find a tool that really can do everything. And now, for you guys, it's the part that you've all been waiting for. Now is time for the Renogade Pop Quiz. And now for everyone's favorite part, the part where you get prizes.
Yes.
So, welcome guys to the Renogade Pop Quiz, which we are holding as a thank you for joining us and tuning in to this Renogades Masterclass. So, we are gonna start this short contest now.
Alright guys, so we have 3 questions for you. I hope that you listened earlier and you have 1 minute to answer each question. Okay, so let's start. This is question number 1, guys. Listen up. Name the camera feature of the Oppo Reno 4 that produces great night portraits. Time starts now.
That's a huge clue. The question
Great
is
night
a clue.
portraits. Janine talked about it a lot earlier.
Yeah, this is one of my favorites, guys. So if you were paying attention earlier, you will know the answer to this. And I have another hint, Leah. This also creates a really cool bokeh effect. So,
Oh, yes.
so that's another clue for you guys.
Alright, guys. So, there you go. Think about your answers. Think about what Janine said earlier, some of the tips she mentioned about content creation for beauty vlogs.
10 seconds to go.
Oh, 10 seconds. Type fast, type fast. Time's up, guys. Time's up. And the answer to question number 1 is night flare portrait. So there you go.
Who got it right? Who got it right? Good job for paying attention and congrats.
I got it right.
Leah, sobrang masyado ka ng madaming alam. Well, for those who didn't get to answer question number 1, let's move on to question number 2. So make sure to answer within the time limit and just simply answer. So I'll ask the second question, guys. Question number 2. Which Oppo Reno 4 feature helps stabilize shots and reduce camera shake when shooting videos? Time starts now.
Okay, guys. Hint, this is what I use for panning shots. If you don't have a a gimbal or a slider, it works very well for panning shots.
It's also so convenient, Lea, no? Kasi nabawasan yung mga gamit na kailangan mo. It's perfect.
Girl, that's so true because I used to travel for my work when we could still go around.
Yeah.
I used to travel with a huge camera and a tripod, and I'm petite. It was painful to say the least. So now the fact that you can just bring a camera, a smartphone to do all these things is just really amazing and a great relief for, people like us. Shuck, it's hard to look cute when you're having a hard time carrying stuff.
Yeah! Yeah, oh my gosh! On that note, we have 10 seconds left. Make sure to answer and put the hashtags, guys! Check your spelling.
Oh my gosh, yes!
Time's up!
Time's
Is up.
Okay.
The answer is Ultra Steady Video 3.0. Did you guys get that?
Alright.
I'm sure Lea
Ultra
got
steady
that again.
video. Oh yes, it's one of my favorite features.
But I just want to remind you guys that winners will be announced at the end of the stream, so please stay with us until the end of the masterclass.
Also, if you did not get the first two questions, you have one last chance, so listen up. The third and last question is, what is the name of Oppo Reno 4's built-in video editing app? Ayun, time starts now, guys. 1 minute to answer correctly.
Speaking of this, Lea, I really appreciate that this is a built-in app because a lot of those editing apps you need to pay, you need to purchase it, you need to spend money. So it's amazing that the Reno 4 already comes with this app for free.
Actually, I have to agree with you. And it works very well. Ooh, 30 seconds, guys. 30 seconds.
Time is ticking. Put your answers in now.
No pressure.
No pressure.
Last
no
question,
pressure.
no pressure. And 10 seconds left to answer.
Sounds like...
Time's up!
Time's up!
Time's up! Time's up! And the answer is Soloop. So there you go, guys. Soloop. So this is our favorite video editing app that is already part of the Reno 4 when you get it.
Congratulations to all the winners of the Renogade Pop Quiz! You guys have to stay tuned though until the end of the video to know if you are the winner. We will announce the winners in the comment section at the end of the video.
And if you're a budding content creator and you want to get your hands on an Oppo Reno 4, then this smartphone is only 18,990 pesos. You can get it from Oppo concept stores, retail partners, and your telco.
Exactly. So before we go, guys, I hope you learned a lot from our beauty and product tips for taking content, and I just want to share with you guys again some of my favorite features of the Oppo Reno 4. So out of everything, these are my top utilized features. So first is the AI color portrait. The Oppo Reno 4 really makes it possible for you as a content creator to create amazing videos and photos showcasing crisp color. You can do this when you're choosing to feature a certain product, a certain look, and really wanting to highlight that. Another thing that I love about the Oppo Reno 4 is the night flare portrait, which makes it possible for all of us to take amazing quality photos even in low light, even in the nighttime. And this is also great for landscape at night, guys, by the way, so you should try that. Another thing that I really love about the Oppo Reno 4 is the 960 FPS AI slow motion, one of the highest FPSs for slow motion on a mobile phone ever. And it's so easy to use because it already knows when you're about to move and it captures all your movements so well. Lastly, although madami pa akong ibang gustong features but I'll save those for Lea, The other feature that I really love is the Ultra Steady Video 3.0. I use this when I'm traveling, when I'm in the car taking photos, when I'm walking or running with my dog. It makes your videos really stable without needing to use any other fancy equipment like a gimbal or a slider. Everything you need is in the palm of your hand when you have the Oppo Reno 4. What about you, Lea?
Well, for me, it's very important that this smartphone can last me the whole day. So it has a big battery, it's 4015 mAh, and it has a 30-watt VOOC 4.0, so it only takes a while to get this from 0 to 100%. Also, I love how the Snapdragon 720G processor easily handles editing, and of course, for day-to-day tasks like doing your social media, it can handle that no problem at all. And as a girl, I love how pretty it is. Look at this body. I love the color. I love that it's not a smudge magnet. And it's a really slim and light design, so you can easily bring it around with you.
Oh my gosh, I really also love that it's light because lately we've all been on our phones the whole day. And when you have the Oppo Reno 4, this is all you have to carry and your wrists are saved. And Lea, speaking of social media, guys, we hope that you learned a lot from our tips and tricks on content creation, taking photos, and using the features of the Oppo Reno 4. So please share your videos with us, share your photos with us that you took using your Oppo Reno 4. Upload them on Instagram and on TikTok for the TikTokers. Tag Oppo PH.
And of course, we encourage you guys to follow Oppo PH on all their social media accounts so you're always updated on their latest and greatest gadgets.
Yes, guys, thank you so much again for joining us for our Renogades Masterclass. Lea, I learned so much from you, and it's so
Same here.
It's so cool how the Renogade community is so collaborative. So if there's any tips that you guys can also share with us, please message me and Lea and message us. Use the hashtag. We check the hashtag Clearly the Best You all the time, and we're excited to see all your videos and photos and vlogs. So again, thank you so much for joining us, guys. We hope you enjoyed the Oppo Renogades Masterclass. We hope to see you soon, and always stay hashtag Clearly the Best You.
Thank you, Janine. Thank you, everyone. Stay safe. Bye.